What up, dog? What it do? Nitty, D-City. Straight gritty, no pity. We coming to you about two individuals. Sadly to say, both of them was young men. Very young. Basically kids. Not knowing that we all on the same team. But that day was a day I'm just gonna let it speak for itself, man. I ain't gonna even get into it. Y'all see the officer that's the popo that's been murked, now that's deceased. Rest in peace to both individuals, to this young man and to the young man that murdered him as well. The issues are deep in the hood, and we already know this, man. It just don't lay in one. You just can't pick one side because it's deep, man. Let's get it. Nitty, D-City, man.
Ehmani Mack Davis intentionally killed a police officer despite being surrounded by multiple police officers at the crime scene on July 6, 2022. Ehmani Mack Davis is a 19-year-old attacker who shot the police officer in nearby Joy and Marlow. In particular, Mack bought the brand new Draco, a semi-automatic AK-style pistol, and opened fire in the area of Joy and Marlow. The neighborhood reported to the police department about the gunfire near Joy and Marlow on July 6, 2022 at around 7:30 p.m. The Detroit police officer Loren arrived at the location with his partner, Amanda Hudgens. Loren and his team positioned his vehicle on Marlow near Joy and stopped in front of the barber shop. However, Davis broke out the window of his apartment. He fired multiple shots at Loren's team, which injured Loren. Amanda Hudgens tried to save Loren's bleeding and rushed him to a nearby hospital, but Loren died at the hospital due to severe injuries from the gunshot. Explore it. Michael Stenger death cause. What happened to the senator? Who was Ehmani Mack Davis? Loren Court's shooter dead. Ehmani Mack Davis was a criminal-minded 19-year-old teen who had a lot of criminal history in the past years. According to a police statement, Davis wanted to commit suicide from police gunshot after he shot Loren Court's dead. 19-year-old
That's just, I can understand a young man being lost and getting in trouble on a regular and finding himself on the wrong side of the law, but he's still a kid and he still needs direction and he still needs somebody to pay attention to the things that the things he's getting himself into, the things that the people that he's around, the people he's dealing with. I just think it's deeper than just pointing the finger at just one particular, just pointing the finger at him, because he got a mother. I'm sure he got a father, if he was there or not. I'm sure he got male examples that was around him, uncles, friends, neighbors. So I just feel like it's a community that's letting these kids down. And it's just not these kids, man. We talking about kids with high power weapons. We got grown men out here that can't control their attitudes and their reactions and keep themselves in a calm manner. So what you expect from a child, from a kid that's acting out, trying to find his way in this world as a young man and you see he lost, but you're gonna give him the right to own a high power assault weapon. I'm not trying to say, you know, the law should go, everybody should have the right to defend themselves and to keep themselves safe. But when you see one young man passed on, which is the Popo, and then both of them passed on, but the Popo being murdered by this young man, I mean, it's just have my mind really just all like, you know, I just can't even get my thoughts together on it, man, because I see both of them basically as kids. I don't care if the one got a badge or not. I see both of them. I see 120. I think the cop was 22 or 20 or in his early 20s, and the young boy that murdered him, he was like 19. Let's just I may be over talking it. Let's just keep on hearing it.
Teen holding a gun photo captured by body cam of Detroit police. Source, Fox 2 Detroit. Davis fired gunshots at Loren's teen while Loren was still inside his vehicle with his teammate. Further, Davis walked out of a building with the brand new Draco, a semi-automatic AK-style pistol. The police officers fired multiple gunshots at Davis in the response, which fatally struck Davis numerous times and caused his death at the crime scene. The police officer stated that he wanted to die after he killed a police officer. Related news, who was Loren Courts from Detroit Police Department? Meet his wife Christine Courts and children. Ehmani Mack, Deluxe.
Now let's jump into this video, y'all. Like I said, it's sad on both sides. It ain't just one side. I see a mother that just lost a 19-year-old child. I see mothers that lost kids on both sides. A young man that was trying to get his career off and help his community by being a policeman. Nor if you may see it good or bad. You know, I got my own opinion on that ass. You know, but at the same time, that's what their thoughts are, is to help the community. So you got a young man that was trying to be a help to his community that's gone now and lost his mother have lost a son, his father have lost a son. I'm sure he has siblings, and we know that he got a wife now. He had kids, so they lost a father and they lost a husband, so that's deep. My condolences to all of that. But at the same time, like I said, you got a young man that's out here that needs apparently more help than what his mother can give him. Because I know she was trying to get him. And she was trying to get him some mental help. And I see that he needed it, because he was damn sure hallucinating, man. Anytime you want to go after the popos, that's basically suicide. Y'all know that, right? That's suicide. So that's way past just hallucination. That's somebody that's trying to commit suicide. That's somebody that's lost at that moment in time and need more mental help and godly spiritual guidance than anything, man. And probably a real man in his life, you know what I'm saying, to check his ass, you know. But we don't know what he had in his life, you know what I'm saying. I seen that his mother was dealing with him, and I seen that on this video. And like I said, it's just hurtful and sad on both sides that both of them was young men, and it had to come to this end. Let's play the video, man.
About a month before he would gun down a Detroit officer, 19-year-old Ehmani Davis came face to face with East Point police.
Oh, okay, so let me go. You might as well let me go then. Is that the plan? And this dumb got me up. Why is he putting his hands on me?
Davis was seen fighting in broad daylight outside his family's East Point home. It would mark at least the 7th time he encountered police in less than 4 years.
Yeah, like I said, I'll kill you.
And on this day, Davis was shirtless and belligerent, arguing with family and officers.
Bro, don't touch me, bro. I'm not playing, bro. Don't touch me, bro. I got said you gonna get your food. Don't touch me, bro. You're not taking, bro. I don't care. Understand this, bro. You know my daddy, my mama, not nothing.
According to a police report, Davis's mother had called 911, said,
Y'all see what I'm saying? This young man was in trouble long before this incident happened. And it seemed like his mother was trying to get him some help. The popos did respond, but as soon as he turned 18, he had the legal right to arm himself and to defend himself. And he already, I believe he was institutionalized. They did get him institutionalized, but one of his partners bought him the strap. One of his partners bought him the gag. And I know you can buy somebody a gift. I see people doing that every day with their kids. I don't care what age they is. They buy their kids a gun, and the kid can be 12 years old, 5 years old, 7 years old, you know. So this is being done more than just by somebody that was just a friend that just wanted to help out a partner, man. You know, this being done by parents. Y'all seen the parents in Rural Oak, is that Oakland County anyway, Oakland County, being sentenced right now because of their son going through the school having a rampage, trying to murder everybody. And they bought him the gun, and they knew he had the gun, and they did nothing about it after they knew the fact he was having some type of mental breakdown. So I don't know if this young man who bought him the gun going to be charged in any type of way. You know how the popos play the game. You know what I'm saying? That can swing any way, long as they get what they want, man. So yeah, just sad on both sides, man, that this happened. But at the same time, I'm hoping that this situation opened people's eyes to see that it's not about gun laws. It's about things being fair across the board, and somebody recognizing, and more help being sought and being put out there for people to reach out to help their kids that's in trouble, man. Because he was in trouble. And I don't know what his mother did to help him, but I see that she wasn't doing nothing. She was dealing with him, And I know as a mother, like my mother done dealt with me, and so many other mothers done dealt with their sons. That's a lot on a woman. That's a lot on a woman to deal with a heated, hot-head young man that's lost, right? That's lost and needing some and needing a male example around to check his ass. So that's a lot on a woman, and I can't blame that on his mother. No more I can blame it on anyone, you know, that was that tried to help or try to assist this situation, man. It's just a sad moment that we as a nation gonna have to address, and we're gonna have to take a better look at it. How we gonna help our youth? Because we got more youth now that's in broken homes. We got more youth that's in broken homes now ever than we have people actually staying together in marriages and having a male role model in the home. Like I tell a lot of women, you know, even if they don't like even if they don't like the male, you know, the daddy or the male example that may be around, it's better than nothing, man. It's better than nothing. Sometimes, instead of trying to understand a man, you just gotta let a man be a man. Just like, you know what I'm saying, we don't understand women's. Men don't understand women's. So therefore, when it's time for a woman to deal with their daughter, a man should step back. Because we don't know a damn thing about what it is to be a woman and to deal with a man or to deal with other women's or to deal with women issues. So therefore, at the same time, good or bad, a woman should allow that man to be some type of example to a hot-headed, a young man, basically a child that's lost, that's need direction. You know? Yeah, he needed, hey, I'm not his parent, but you know he needed his ass whooped. He needed it whooped. He needed to be checked, man. And that's something his mother couldn't do. That's something a man had to do. And just something, man, things ain't gonna change just by wishing and just pointing fingers. Things ain't gonna change. Some things of the old school that people try to change today and try to change the rules as though if we can't check our kids or we can't put hands on our kids, but they wanna put our kids in prisons. They wanna put our kids in institutional situations that's not gonna bring them back nor better than what they left, but bring them back worse. You know, so how is that better for someone saying, oh, you can't check your son, you can't put your hands on your son, but we gonna give him a gun. We gonna give him a gun at the age of 18. At the age of 18, he's legal to carry a gun, a weapon of his liking. But you can't whoop your kids. You can't discipline your kids, but we can institutionalize them as long as we want them to. We can institutionalize them and put them around all type of foods. We can put them around all type of situations that's gonna bring them more harm than good. Y'all understand where I'm coming from? So like when they start pointing fingers, man, you're gonna have to start checking the whole damn. You're gonna have to start checking damn block. You can't just check one or two people, dog. You know what I'm saying? When you start pointing fingers, you need to check the whole block, dog. Just don't check one or two people. Don't try to make the popos seem like they was out to do just good, because something went wrong that all of us regret. Not just someone of the popo force, but all of us regret. We regret anything that went wrong, that had two individuals stretched out, two lives lost, two families in pain. And I just want us to get to the whole thought of stop pointing fingers at one side. Stop letting the news tell us what's wrong or right. You know, and just look at things, man. Look at things as if you was in them person's shoes. Look at things as if you was in that situation, because everybody, man, ain't built for this shit. Everybody ain't equipped to deal with so much emotional crap. You know what I'm saying? They really ain't, man. I remember when I was a kid, man. We talking about 30, 40 years ago, right? We talking about 40 years ago, dog. No, we talking about 50 years ago. We talking about 50 years ago almost. I remember when I was a kid, man. It was this Army vet. On our block that lost his mind. And he started shooting people, man, from the top of his top of his porch. He was on the second story porch of his house. And he just started shooting people, dog. Now he was a vet. He was a Vietnam vet. You know? Came home with honor, medals and honor and all that kind of crap. But he lost it, dog, and started killing kids, started killing elderly people that was sitting on the porch, kids that was riding on the bikes, people that was walking down the street. I was underneath. He was shooting at the playground. Yeah, because he had vision. He had the vision, and he had a scope. He had the vision that he had, because he was on the second story. They had 2 floors. He was able to see over a lot of people's houses. So he was able to shoot at the playground. He was able to shoot a block or 2 away. And what I'm trying to say is, because I was caught in that situation, and I was underneath the car by this church in our neighborhood. Me and my partner, man, we was underneath the car. We was underneath the car for about an hour, dog. I'm just trying to tell you what kids have to deal with in the hood. That ain't normal, man. Cause that ain't normal, right? That ain't normal. We was under the car for like an hour. I done seen that day. I think I seen like eight bodies laid out. I think I seen like 8 bodies laid out that day, man. As a kid, I couldn't be no more than 12 years old, dog. Playing basketball at the park. Underneath a car for over an hour. Now, that's just one situation, man. That's just one situation. I'm just letting y'all know what happens in the hood. That ain't normal nowhere else, dog. And if it's getting normal now, that people is just acting reckless and just doing the most ridiculous, you know, this is why we talking about this, man. This is why we gotta have this conversation, man. Cause I know just lately, I don't want to say the wrong news broadcast, but I know just lately somebody went on a rampage and a lady, a female, had a pistol and she ended it. And, you know, everybody always want to bring up the fact that was the pistol legal or not? Was she illegal? Was she legal to hold, you know, to have a gun? What difference do it make if somebody saved your life, man? What difference do it make if somebody saved your life? That's really important. That's really important. Was the gun legal? Was the gun holder legal if somebody saved your life? And the point I'm making is this, man. They put in the strength of control to these kids because they get to have the privilege that was taken away from their ancestors, that was taken away from their fathers, from their mothers, you know, from the government, from the laws not being fair at that time. And I'm just letting y'all know a little bit about the hood, on what people have to deal with, and how I perceive this a little bit. You know, it's just messed up all the way around, man. You can wish and dream who's gonna save your ass, but you never know who's gonna be there for you, man, and you never know who they are. Let's get it, dog.
About a month before he would gun down a Detroit officer, 19-year-old Ehmani Davis came face-to-face with East Point police.
Oh, okay. Okay, so let me go. You might as well let me go then. Is that clear? And he's done got me up. Why is he putting his hands on me?
Davis was seen fighting in broad daylight outside his family's East Point home. It would mark at least the 7th time he encountered police in less than 4 years.
Yeah, like I said, I'll kill you.
And on this day, Davis was shirtless and belligerent, arguing with family and officers.
Bro, don't touch me, bro. I'm not playing, bro. Don't touch me, bro. Like I said, you gonna get your food. Don't touch me, bro. You're not taking, bro. I don't really understand this, bro. You know my daddy, my mama, not nothing.
According to a police report, Davis's mother had called 911 saying her son was irate and she wanted him to leave.
I am willing to pack up his stuff. As long as he leaves out here, I do not want him in the house now. He is state of mind.
Records show that as far back as 2019, his mother called police when Ehmani, then 16, was fuming, yelling and banging on the door, saying he wanted to move into foster care. It was then that his mom told officers he may have a mental disorder and wished to petition him to a hospital. 3 years later, she would tell officers that the help she sought never came.
Is he diagnosed with something? It's been having these problems since he was a kid, since he was a teenager, and every time I call the police, try to get help from the state, because he's not running to kill me or himself, or he's not on drugs, you guys not do it personally. They won't do anything. Everything's going on in this big house.
With each new contact with police, Davis's unraveling becomes more pronounced. After a violent outburst in 2019, his mother called 911, telling officers she no longer knows what to do with him, that she tried sending him to boot camp and even dropping him off at the 6th Precinct in Detroit. A month later, records show Davis was transported by ambulance for a mental health petition. It is unclear if one was sought or granted, but months later, records show that Davis returned home after leaving Children's Hospital in Detroit. Then came allegations of attempted credit card theft, of fighting in the street, and being found with an illegal taser. To anyone who knew him, Davis's troubles did not appear to be a secret, not even to neighbors.
You hear everything that's going on? It always been like that.
Davis would be arrested on this night in May, charged with disturbing the peace. What officers didn't know, just one day earlier, he'd walked into an East Point gun shop with a friend who, according to prosecutors, helped him buy this military-style firearm. Davis would obtain it days later. It was the same gun he would use to kill Officer Loren Kurtz.
Nitty, D-City, baby, straight gritty, no pity. Like I said, just a thought. And hopefully, man, things can change. Because it's a damn shame, man, that the mother the mother said herself she reached out only to not get help. She reached out only to not get the help that she felt like her child needed from the state. I know as a mother that gotta be painful, man, because she was down to her final thought. She didn't know what else to do. She even tried to drop her child off to the 6th precinct. You know, she even was trying to put him in boot camp. Apparently she was trying to get the state to take him. So I'm not trying to say she did everything correct. I'm just saying she's been dealing with it apparently his whole teenage life. And she was out of thoughts. She was out of mood. She didn't have any type of clue of what to do further with this young man that was acting irate and irate and just berserk, not normal, hallucinating, you know, cause like I said, anytime you you see somebody go against the popos, knowing that these popos ain't nothing but, and I'm not trying to dish them all, cause some of them are good, dog, but most of them ain't nothing but trained killers. Ain't nothing but trained killers. That's all they are, man. They'll kill your butt just like a criminal will, probably even faster. So when you see somebody going after the popos, trying to get into it with the popos, not respecting the popos, knowing that they quick to pull the trigger, that's somebody, man, that got real issues. That's somebody that don't need to really be out in society, because in our civilized world, man, you know, we treat the popos like they basically God. We can't say nothing to them. We can't tell them that they wrong. We can't tell them any thoughts that we got of our own. You know what I'm saying? Everything they say gotta go. So, you know, when you see somebody going after the popos that way, yeah, they got some real mental issues, man. Because you dealing with people, man, that, you know, that's just their job. They don't have to care about your ass. You see somebody that care about somebody and actually doing their job. I mean, yeah, they doing their job and they going a step above. But most of these cats just go to their job, dog. Most of these cats just punch in and punch out. You know what I'm saying? It ain't nothing serious, man. You know what I'm saying? They ain't taking none of that shit home. I just want y'all to hear it one more time, man. Y'all can get y'all own thought. I'm running my mouth, dog, but I want y'all to get y'all own thought on it. And then we out. I enjoyed y'all. I hope y'all enjoyed me. It was just a thought, man, on the things that we facing out here today, man. And I'm tired of people pointing fingers. I'm tired of the finger pointing, man. You know, this side can have these rights. This side can't have these rights. I mean, man, it's time for this nation to get it together, dog. You know, we still got people trying to sneak into our country. Everybody roll with me, man. You know, stay with me for a moment, dog. We still got people trying to sneak into our country, dying by the bunch. 53 people just died in a doggone trailer of a doggone truck. 53 people just died in a doggone trailer of a truck trying to sneak into the United States, man. That shit don't make no sense. It just don't make no sense, dog. And then people gonna get mad because the nation that's supposed to treat us good, the nation that's supposed to protect the citizens that's already here, all they do is take advantage of us, man. All they do is split us in half. You know, they look out for this side and not that side. You know, they look out for this type of person and not that type of person. You know what I'm saying? And then when somebody come from another land, come from another country, escaping the trauma or the drama that they was in, that they was going through in their atmosphere, they come over here and get all the rights. They get all the rights, all the laws, all the things that for generations that we didn't get as a United States American citizen. We didn't get it as a United States American citizen. They sitting up here talking about why blacks seems to have it so hard. Why don't they progress? Why don't their neighborhoods look better? Why don't y'all help us make it look better? Why is it not better? Why is it not better things to make sure the black community progress? Why is it not things out there to make sure no kid get help back? You know what I'm saying? So stop pointing fingers, dog, because you just making yourself look obvious. You know what I'm saying? You just making yourself look obvious that, you know, you're the villain. You're the villain, and you're the so-called Hitler of all of this. You know, you just trying to blindside us. You just trying to keep us. Like I said, you just trying to keep us split and divided, so we can never see the truth, man. Let's just hear this one more time, y'all.
About a month before he would gun down a Detroit officer, 19-year-old Ehmani Davis came face to face with East Point police.
Oh, okay. Okay, so let me go. You might as well let me go then. Is that the plan? And this dumb got me up. Why is he putting his hands on me?
Davis was seen fighting in broad daylight outside his family's East Point home. It would mark at least the 7th time he encountered police in less than 4 years.
Yeah, like I said, I'll kill you.
And on this day, Davis was shirtless and belligerent, arguing with family and officers.
Bro, don't touch me, bro. I'm not playing, bro. Don't touch me, bro. Like I said, you gonna get your food. Don't touch me, bro. You're not taking, bro. I don't care. Understand this, bro. You know my daddy, my mama, not nothing.
According to a police report, Davis's mother had called 911 saying her son was irate and she wanted him to leave.
I am willing to pack up his stuff. As long as he leaves out of here, I do not want him in the house in his state of mind.
Records show that as far back as 2019, his mother called police when Ehmani, then 16, was fuming, yelling and banging on the door, saying he wanted to move into foster care. It was then that his mom told officers he may have a mental disorder and wished to petition him to a hospital. 3 years later, she would tell officers that the help she sought never came.
Is he diagnosed with anything? Like I said, this been having these problems since he was a kid, and since he was a teenager, and every time I call the police, try to get back from the state, because he's not threatening to kill me or himself, or he's not on drugs. You guys are not the person yet.
With each new contact with police, Davis's unraveling becomes more pronounced. After a violent outburst in 2019, his mother called 911, telling officers she no longer knows what to do with him. But she tried sending him to boot camp and even dropping him off at the 6th Precinct in Detroit. A month later, records show Davis was transported by ambulance for a mental health petition. It is unclear if one was sought or granted, but months later, records show that Davis returned home after leaving Children's Hospital in Detroit. Then came allegations of attempted credit card theft, of fighting in the street, and being found with an illegal taser. To anyone who knew him, Davis's troubles did not appear to be a secret. Not even to neighbors.
We hear everything was going on. We always get like that.
Davis would be arrested on this night in May, charged with disturbing the peace. What officers didn't know, just one day earlier, he'd walked into an East Point gun shop with a friend who, according to prosecutors, helped him buy this military-style firearm. Davis would obtain it days later. It was the same gun he would use to kill Officer Loren Quartz. Davis would obtain it days later, who, according to prosecutors, helped him buy this military-style firearm. Davis would obtain it days later. It was the same gun he would use to kill Officer Loren Quartz.
Oh, I don't give a about none of this.
Hey, I appreciate y'all. Real talk. We out. I will come right back though. I'm coming right back, y'all. So just be looking. Just don't even look for the notification. Just know I'm coming back. This is for y'all. It'll just be called something like we chilling tonight. I'm coming right back, y'all. Right back. I'm out. Deuces.